Welcome back, everyone. Most weddings are also an opportunity for couples to get lots of gifts from families and friends.
For sure, but one SoCal couple is donating their wedding.
And it kind of just reaffirmed why we love each other, because it's never really about us.
We knew we wanted to do something different, and we're like, why don't we do the greatest wedding ever donated?
They are calling it the greatest wedding ever donated. They're trying to raise $500,000 for charity on May 5th at the Wiltern Theater. And you, at home, are invited to the big day. We want to welcome both of them in right now. We're talking with Tiffany Au and Caleb Remington. Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Well, first of all, my first question is, how did you even come up with this concept of donating the wedding?
So we got engaged in Hawaii. You kind of saw some of the footage of us on a hike. After we got engaged, we were on our way back, and we were talking about what love meant to us and what we wanted in our wedding. And it came back down to community. And Tiffany's been in the nonprofit world her whole life. Yeah. I've raised tons of money in awareness for cystic fibrosis. So we thought it was a perfect opportunity to, when all eyes are on us, to really showcase what our love really meant.
And speaking of cystic fibrosis, the reason you've raised so much money is because you personally have cystic fibrosis. Talk about what impact that's had in your life and in your love story.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when I was 1. It's a life-threatening disease. My parents were told that my life expectancy was only 19 years old. I'm 27 now, so through modern medicine, research, and education and awareness, the disease has, slowly stopped progressing. And so the life expectancy now is 37. But honestly, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get married, because so many people that have CF pass away before they get that opportunity. Wow. I had a friend pass away when he was 10, and so it's a really tough disease, and so yeah, I've dedicated my life to raising money and awareness to help find a cure.
And Tiffany, you obviously have been his rock. This makes you very emotional talking about it. Love conquers all is what they say, right? Don't you feel that way?
Yeah. He's just such an optimistic person, and that's something that I feel like has been ingrained in our relationship, is optimism. And growing up, I went through my own slew of events with mental health challenges, from childhood PTSD. I raised my younger brother, my younger sister growing up, and I also experienced sexual assault for 5 years of my life. And so for him to step into my life and start asking me questions that no one's ever asked me, and my friends and family, it's really helped us grow individually and together. So
you've helped each other, and now you want to help even more people. So how can people get involved? Because everybody is invited to the wedding. Who's this wedding benefited? How does the wedding work?
So we are benefiting 5 different nonprofits: mental health, rare disease research, education, and low-income families. So they're all personally tied to our own stories. And there's definitely a ton of different ways that we can have other people get involved, which is donating online or coming to be a wedding crasher. So we're actually opening up our wedding for any of the public who's interested in coming to join us.
And so for $35, you can buy a ticket to become a wedding crasher, come be a part of the party and hear the music and stuff. Some of this benefits the Wayfarer Foundation. And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. We have, we're building our line of artists for the benefit concert. So yeah, it's going to be a great night of food, fun, and good music, entertainment, and all this is going back to 5 awesome charities.
And raising awareness. Caleb, let me ask you this. What is your message to others who may have been diagnosed with the same thing and facing the same challenge of trying to beat the odds?
Yeah, like I've mentioned, it's a tough disease, so surrounding yourself with amazing people, a good community, because I have been knocked down, and it really helps to have that support and love from all the friends and families and coworkers. But yeah, my whole message really is to live life with an optimistic, positive mindset and follow your highest excitement. Because if we sit there and think about the fears and doubts and uncertainty of how long am I going to live, you don't really live.
Yeah, and Tiffany, the big takeaway you want other people to take from your story?
I think our biggest thing, with this whole idea and giving back is our relationship is rooted in challenges and in struggles. And I think oftentimes when we think of like the couple's goals or something like that, it's, you know, all these lavish vacations and, you know, the times where he brings flowers unexpectedly. But it's, for us, I think it's beyond that. It's when things get tough and when we're in our own kind of like funk, is that person going to be there? And how do we help each other kind of get out of that? And Caleb, you know, keeps repeating himself, and that's something that we definitely really live by, is that optimism. So how do we give that to one another?
We love it. So
we can definitely
an
feel
opportunity
like
to see, and also an opportunity to
guys.
see Rita Garcia on the dance floor, right?
Yes.
So the greatest wedding ever donated.
Done. To raise awareness
If you
for
want to
guys,
come,
done.
here's the flyer. It's happening at the Wiltern Theater. It's happening on May 5th, a big Cinco de Mayo party,
Yes.
right? Cinco de Mayo with a purpose.
Yeah.
Starts at 3 o'clock, goes to 11 o'clock. If you want information, if you want to attend, if you want to donate to the Wayfarer Foundation or some of those great organizations, it's www.thegwed.com. That's the greatest wedding ever donated.com. Thank you guys.
Thank you so
Great
much
to have you
for
here.
having us.
And hope you all will
Appreciate
attend.
it.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.